Welcome back. Thank you for staying with the Hot 7 Nightly News. How would you react to an unsolicited $500 check? Arguably, in the exact manner which the vendors of the Castries market did upon receipt of a $500 disbursement by the mayor, Peterson Francis, to cushion the blow of the relocation efforts in order to renovate the Castries market.
Vendors of the Castries City Market have expressed their pleasure with efforts put forth by the Mayor of Castries, His Worship Peterson Francis. A check valued at $500 was provided to the vendors, with an aim to assist with the cost of equipment and allocations needed to relocate to the old fire station site in Castries. In the past, the vendors had expressed some level of anxiety with the proposed temporary site, arguing the influx of customers would not be equal to that of the current Castries market. However, most understood the necessity to relocate as part of the rehabilitation effort. One vendor, Justina Williams, says the check received from the mayor will go a long way in assisting with the process of relocation.
The mayor said he would have given us $500 to help us to build our trays bin we are moving to the new site. Not that I'm excited, but I'm thankful because it will help to build our trays, to get new umbrellas and so on, that we may help. It will help to continue or enhance our business.
Another vendor expresses her delight with the allocation and elaborates on her plans for the money she received.
Oh, I'm great, I'm happy. Je vais acheter penti, pour me penti ça ouvre nous aller puis là. Je vais garder pour un tapis, un carpet, moi ça ranger, faire belle, faire bon manière d'accord, moins d'accord.
Meanwhile, vendor Kishina Edmond says the disbursement, though not ideal, will suffice. She then touches upon society's apprehension in regards to change.
The $500 is not as much as you can, but it will go a very long way. We Lucians don't like change, okay? We're doing something for the betterment of the way that we sell food, okay? We are not in a good condition right now, so we are changing for the better. Let's just hope for the better.
The new temporary location has been outfitted with 24-hour security, proper lighting, and other amenities to accommodate the vendors during the relocation and redevelopment process. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solaj Alfred.
Export St. Lucia has facilitated the first shipment of sea moss to the U.S. by rural community sea moss farmers. A recent St. Lucian mission to the U.S. observed a growing consumer trend around healthy eating that has presented a unique opportunity for dried sea moss from St. Lucia. The product is in high demand, especially with the increased vegan community. Through the guidance of Export St. Lucia, the Praslin Sea Moss Association has capitalized on the opportunity to export to the U.S. market. Having been put in contact with a buyer from the U.S., the over 140 farmers belonging to the association have worked expeditiously to facilitate a test shipment of sun-dried sea moss. Export St. Lucia's CEO, Sunita Daniel, expressed her delight with this new initiative.
The buyer in the US has already told us that from the time that the sea moss arrived in the US, that all of the packets had already been sold out. So he's very interested in working further with them. We are quite excited to continue working with them. We want to also work along the value chain with them in terms of labeling, proper packaging. We have market access to the US through the various trade agreements that have been signed. However, market penetration has been an issue for us, and this was one of the first ways of penetrating the market. When the consumer now has a taste of this product and knows that they like the product, for us then it's about branding that and getting the sea moss producers up to that level.
President of the Praslin Sea Moss Farmers Association, Bonaventure Jabatis, says the main aim of the association is to reduce poverty in the community of Praslin, and he anticipates that with this potential new market for the export of sun-dried sea moss, it will go a long way in helping the association realize its goal.
At one time, almost everybody in the Praslin community was, in one way or another, engaged in banana producing. But today, with the demise of the banana industry, this has changed, and most people are unemployed. But with this possibility that we now have with CMOS, people will now be able to find an alternative to banana production.
He added that with the challenges facing the banana subsector, CMOS cultivation could be a viable and lucrative alternative for some farmers to diversify. CMOS farmer and employer of the Prale CMOS Farmers Association, Andrina Stanislas, says she's eager to see the impact of this first shipment and anticipates an upsurge in CMOS farming as well as the job creation aspect that will come with this increase.
I would like to encourage other persons to try to get into the planting of the CMOS because, as I said, the demand is great, and right now we need as many farmers as we could possibly find in order to supply. Right now we're trying to supply to the US, so the demand is great and we have little farmers. So I would encourage others to get involved because, I mean, we all need money and we all actually want more so we could achieve more. So get on board.
The association has thanked Export St. Lucia for facilitating the first shipment and anticipates great opportunities coming out of the test shipment and the relationship with Export St. Lucia. One opposition senator is not buying into Economic Development Minister Guy Joseph's less than informative response to questions regarding the infamous Pajoa letter. The Hot 7 News crew caught up with Jerome Gideon and asked him his thoughts on Joseph's response when asked to verify whether the leaked letter was legitimate or fake. It was only on Monday that Joseph skirted around the topic, refusing to admit whether he signed the document. On Wednesday, however, a heated Gideon called on the minister to answer to the claims.
He has not explained the reason. They asked him one simple question. Did he authorize the letter? Is it his signature? He does not want to admit that it is his signature, but he looks for all stories, every little nonsense, things with no weight, yeah, to bring into perspective, whereas he is the one involved. Yeah, Philip did not write the letter. Philip never wrote a letter. Yeah, it is he who wrote the letter. So he has to explain to St. Lucians the reason for writing the letter. Why did he write the letter? That is the question asked. Why? Yeah, and if he admits that he wrote the letter, give us a reason why the letter was written without the knowledge of the Prime Minister.
Gideon called for tough action to be taken against Joseph.
He has to give the reasons why, and if the reasons why does not justify, he has to be let off his position. He has to go, you see? Because all of this, is what he's doing, it is putting the government in situations where they have to face problems in the future that they did not cater for. When you have to pay, you have to be the co-signer for $62 million, yeah? Without the knowledge of the Prime Minister. What are you doing here?
The senator questioned whether Joseph has godlike immunity to be able to commit such an alleged act and get away with it. Cricket and charity, the two went hand in hand with the recent visit of the Scots Guard cricket team of England. The philanthropic athletes decided to add a fresh coat of paint to the St. Aloysius RC Boys School and showered praises on the island as a must-see destination. Solange Alfred reports.
Adding new life to a long-standing institution, the players of the Scott Guard cricket team have ensured that their visit to the island is not only one about playing cricket, but also about giving back. Captain of the Scott Guards cricket team, George Hopkins, says the philanthropic effort to paint the RC Boys Primary School came about after discussions with representatives from the British High Commission.
The Scots Guards has been away for the last 6 months in Cyprus, and following our return, everyone decided it was a good time to go away on sports tours. So the football team has gone away to Canada, the rugby team has gone to Fiji, and the Scots Guards cricket team have come to St. Lucia. So we got in touch with Gulliver's Sports Company, and they recommended St. Lucia, and they've planned us four cricket games. So we've come out here, and we've been in touch with the British High Commission, and they asked us if we had any time to come and do a bit of charity work to help paint the boys' school. So we said we'd be delighted in between two of our match days.
The captain says besides some aching heads from a few fun nights out, the players looked forward to the charitable work. He notes the team's readiness to learn and explore the many facets of St. Lucia.
We absolutely love it. We've only been here since Saturday, but all the boys have had a great time. They've already had some time down the beach. We've had a cricket game yesterday, a bit of karaoke last night, so there's a few sore heads kicking around. But yeah, we love it. The culture's great, the food's great, the people are lovely. We're having a great time.
Hopkins says this trip, along with the charity work done in St. Lucia, is one that the Scotsguard cricket team will look forward to replicating in the near future. He adds he highly recommends St. Lucia as a destination for any sports team to visit. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Thank you, Solange. This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. We'll be right back.